Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. I've done no stand-up this week, although I am doing some tonight, but I'll come on to that in a minute. I did my comedy course on Monday, which is my comedy acting course, and it was all about rhythm this week. So it was good fun. We had a few exercises to do, and one of them made me realise how hard it is to be deadpan. So the exercise involved us saying, some little statement like, gosh, I can't remember any of it now. Just hello, and then you'd say it in various different ways. So twice the same, and then the third one higher. Or twice the same and the third one lower, twice the same, third one different. First one high, medium, low, that kind of thing. And then the last exercise in that was deadpan, deadpan, deadpan. And that was incredibly hard. We also did those old style jokes. I say. My dog has no nose. How does he smell? Terrible. We did a whole load of those. And we had to take turns. We sort of did a queue where, the one at the front of the queue said the joke, and then they'd run to the back, and then the next one did the next joke, and so on. And we went around a couple of times, and my jokes were all about my wife. I'd like to put it on the record, I have no wife. And then the last thing we had to do was some work on scripts. So we were paired off, or there was one group of three, I think. And one did a Victoria Wood sketch, another one did something from Monty Python, and then our sketch was Little Britain, and I had the pleasure of playing Vicky Pollard. Yeah, but no, but honestly, you've no idea how complicated that script is. I don't know how Matt Lucas learnt it. So the actual one I had to do was the one where the teacher keeps her behind and starts asking her about her homework. And I remember the punchlines of the 3 paragraphs, if you like, that Matt Lucas says. I kind of remember the punchlines, but I had not appreciated all the words that go before it. So it was pretty tough, but I enjoyed the challenge very much. And the teacher was very complimentary and said that I had timing in bucket loads, I think was her quote. So I thought that was good. Although, obviously, I have just learned that it's not about timing comedy, it's about clarity. And I'm not sure saying so many words so fast was particularly clear, but hey, I gave it a go. So that was Monday night. And then on Tuesday, I started my animation course. So this is a year-long course, or 9 months, academic year. And we cover, everything to do with animation, I think. I mean, we're not going to do CGI. But, everything else, stop motion, 2D, 3D kind of stuff. Anyway, this week we learnt about pixelation, and they showed us a classic clip from a guy called Norman McLaren, and it was called Neighbours, I think. And we only saw a clip actually in the lesson, but I came home and I watched the whole thing. My goodness, it's very violent, but it's award-winning apparently, that clip. And that's where you animate things. So you can do tabletop, or you can do, as this Norman McLaren did, use people. So you're kind of moving around, but you're not actually taking any steps. That was good fun. We all went outside to do that, and we ran out of time for me to do it. So I didn't get to do it. But hey, I wasn't that bothered. I was more bothered when we came inside, I have to say. And, I was just really, really tired because I did not sleep. I never sleep when I'm starting something new. I did not sleep very well. And by the end of the day, I've sort of had enough of being surrounded by creative people who are lovely, but demanding. I think that's the word, demanding. Maybe I am as well. I don't know. I don't see it, but I was just so tired that I couldn't really appreciate the last exercise and was ready to go home. But hey, let's hope I've got more enthusiasm for the rest of the year. What I did enjoy was finding a clip, because we all had to take a clip in that inspired us, and I took in a bit of original Paddington. So stop motion Paddington, not CGI Paddington that you see at the cinema now. Proper stop motion with the flat 2D background and 2D characters, and then Paddington, of course, is in 3D. And it's just, it was lovely. And the one I took in was all about the tube, which I I'm a bit of a tube geek, or at least I used to be a bit of a tube geek. Not so much now. I'm more of a bus geek, really. And not so much geek, but just use them because they're most convenient when you actually live in London. But hey. As for now, this is an early pod because I'm heading off to see a friend. I'm going to stay with my friend Judy for 3 or 4 days, 4 or 5 days, can't remember now. I was supposed to be going yesterday, but of course the train strikes put pay to that. So I am going today instead. And she's booked me in for a bit of comedy tonight. So we'll actually have a comedy update for you next week. Much love and gratitude.